If you are a Texas homeowner, listen to this. Last week, I got on what was supposed to be a simple overview call with a new affiliate partner. But then she started sharing her experience, her real experience, dealing with Texas CAD and protesting her property taxes.
So tell me what data you're using when you go to protest. What data?
Well, I mean, when I did protest the first year, I actually went before a committee and I had to do some research on my own. And I think I went through Google and I Googled it. And so I had to use comparables.
Correct.
And comparables in my area. And the age of the house had to be the same age of the house, the same, structure within my neighborhood. And I had to come up with 4 or 5 comparables. So then I would go under it's open records with the appraisal district and look at their property values and then compare. And so I would see a lot of discrepancies because I would find similar homes in the age, the square footage, and even the same builders. And I would see how some homes weren't even appraised or the value wasn't increasing, whereas mine was by a big amount. So then I would argue that. And I want to say that we added a small area of cement in the back, and they were getting me on that too.
What were they saying about that?
That I'm adding value to the home. So it was just a small sidewalk. It wasn't even that big.
For a piece of cement, they're adding value. Do you hear that, guys? Man, are we recording this? Because gosh, we got to play this.
Yeah,
a
small sidewalk. It was maybe like a 5x5, something small. And they were arguing that, and then we added the swimming pool, and it didn't go up by that much because according to them, the swimming pool was not adding value to my home. So that was my argument. How can a small piece of slab increase? And we built a swimming pool, and so they were being very, very catty with me. I think they use a lot of, at least here at Webb County, they were using a lot of the intimidation. And
it's everywhere.
Wow.
And they assigned, I think there was 2 men. It was 2 men that were assigned to my appraisal. And they use a lot of mocking tactics. Like, you don't know what you're doing. Like, you're just a teacher. What do you know? Kind of. And I just told them, like, I did my research. You can say whatever you want. But at the end of the day, like, I'm going to fight for, whatever it is that I'm going to fight for. So it was my first round. And it was very intimidating because I had, since they were not backing down, they were not negotiating, because you can try and negotiate with them. And if you do, you can come to an agreement and they'll lower it. But they didn't. So these guys weren't backing down. So I had to go before a committee. And I can't remember the acronym, but it was a committee. It was like you're in a courtroom and you're in a committee of like maybe 12 to 15 individuals who are going to decide, whose side am I taking? Webb County representation or me? So luckily, since I had done and the thing is, they had not told me that I had to provide hard copies of what my comparables. The other individual, Webb County, representation did. They, kind of made me look bad. And they told me, you were supposed to provide. And I said, well, I'm sorry, but I was not advised. But, I have one and you all can view it. So I want to say more than half of the individuals in that committee agreed with me. And so at the end of the day, I'm the one that won. So they didn't get their way. So that was my first rodeo. And then after that, I've never had to go before a committee. Whoever was, they assigned random individuals. And then I had my comparables. I would do my comparables and then I would take pictures. There's cracks here. There's the foundation, this, that. And so they would work with me over the phone. Hey, Ms. Gonzalez, what do you think? We're going to lower it to this amount, blah, blah, blah. And so then we would come to an agreement. So after that, every year it's been that way over the phone, and they've been really nice. But I noticed a trend. So it was the first time for me before that committee was 2 men against me. And then after that, it's been ladies that have been calling or they'll tell me, Ms. Gonzalez, we'll work with you. Very different. And so since 2015 all the way to now, that has been what I've been dealing with. And it's sad to say, but I do work with people that are educated, but they're just afraid. So they just kind of succumb to whatever it is that Webb County is telling them, so they won't fight. And the other thing is that they don't have time. They have a full-time job, they have kids, they have things after work. So, I mean, I was in that same predicament, but I made the time because I said, it's going to save me money. I'm going to make time, even if I have to stay up late. So that was my experience.